So backstory, Bria, our massage therapist, ordered us miso, which is a really good ramen place here. And it arrived, but our bowls that we have at this house are super tiny. So I'm eating my delicious ramen out of a saucepan that I will put away now.
And I'm jealous.
Because it's cool down time. Put it over here. Shit.
Episode 14.
We're back.
Oh, yeah. We actually have purposely not talked about this. I think we're both excited to hear this race.
Yes.
Let's start we're at MidSouth. They took out the single track we've all heard of. The course was 106 miles,
Yes.
6,500 feet.
I know. Okay, how do you feel about races? Like Unbound does this too. They say 100 miles, but it's not 100 miles, it's 106. There's a really big difference.
Yes.
Right? Like just say 100 plus or 100-ish. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just easier, but it definitely sometimes you're like at the end and you're like, I would rather be done right now.
Yeah, you're like those 6 miles, they hurt.
They don't go quick.
Especially into a headwind, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
it sucks. But
Yep.
yes,
Mostly gravel, dusty, hot,
very.
1 p.m. start.
Yeah, what did you think about that?
It felt weird. I could get used to it, but I love the Schwalmingen time because we have a 2-hour race.
Yes.
This, I was like, it was hard to nail the morning. You're sitting around and trying to eat more than I should, and then I don't know, it just felt like then all of a sudden it was there and we started, and it's nice when there's no one else on course and there's no safety issues, but it definitely felt a little awkward.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, normally MidSouth is ran on Saturday morning, and Friday is normally the running race, I think.
Yeah.
And this year they decided to separate the pro fields from the amateur fields. So you have the 50K run that starts in the morning, and then at 1 p.m. is the pro men, 1:15 pro women, and 1:30 you have the non-binary category. And the idea is to not have anybody out on course. I have no idea this is my first time here. I have no idea how this race has played out when you have the 100 milers and the 50 and how all of that works. I don't know. I will say I was really excited for the 1 p.m. start, but then this morning, I've been sleeping a lot. I've been sleeping 9 hours every day. Woke up at 8, and then by 11, I was just G and I were upstairs we could definitely start, we could have raced at 11.
Yeah. That's what Avery and I said, is could we have done a 10 or 11 a.m. start?
Yes.
And just kind of got the day underway.
Yes, or do the bike first and then the run second. I can't believe they were crazy. This is the other thing too. There's people that are crazy enough that sign up for the double. And before it was you run one day, you bike the next day. And then this year you had to run and finish the 50K by 1 p.m. or 1:15, and then you get on a bike and go.
Insane.
And I don't know how many people. Honestly, it'd be worth it to go look at results and seeing who won that race, because that is inspiring.
Just crazy also.
Yes.
Yeah, insane. Do you have any desire to run 50 kilometers?
No, I don't run.
I know, but do you think you could?
No, not without getting severely injured.
I want to believe that I could do it, that my body is durable enough.
Yeah, well,
that I do enough gym.
You also date a triathlete, she could teach you how to run.
She's an ultra runner now.
Oh,
I got all the
really?
skills, yeah.
Go so.
Pure ultra runner.
Yeah.
That's all she does now is run.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that.
And kick my ass on the e-bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, tangent done, back to the race.
Yes.
Let's start with, you came straight from Turkey.
Yes.
You've been here for a while.
Yes.
Did some pre-ride, you ride the whole course?
Yep, we did, first day, we did kind of what I would call the top rectangle. So we kind of did the start and then back into the finish through the river crossing and such. And then the second day we did the bottom loop. So where we had veered off, we started the feed zone actually, and then we're it's really windy, and we actually had a tailwind that day. And we made it around faster, so we then cut across and saw the one stretch of road we hadn't seen.
Cool.
So, you have fun.
No, I did not see the whole course, but I saw a lot of it last year when we didn't race, sections.
Yeah.
I'd seen all the finish, so I think I did first 25, last 25.
Okay. Yeah.
That's usually what's most important. There's a couple things that caught me. There's some random, just random wood bridges, right, that I hadn't seen, you didn't pay attention to.
Yes.
But
yes.
And when I say bridge, 3 pieces of plywood or 2x6 side by side with holes.
Yeah.
Less of a bridge, more of a wood thing
Yes.
you ride across.
Yes. And then, yeah, it was windy. It wasn't as windy as it was the entire week, but there was a lot of head and a crosswind, which always makes, I don't know about in your race, but in our race, it makes it like very interesting dynamic.
Ours was flat out. I mean, it was like, I think also like there's a lot of guys that know like the course is made for them.
Yep.
And so it was kind of just trying to hang on. It was chaos from the beginning. I mean, like, I guess we'll just start. So we started and made that right-hand turn on the dirt, and it was just all in. By the time we looked back, we got caught in a train.
No way.
Yeah, and it stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, the train stopped or the race stopped?
So it was, when you come into that asphalt section, God, I want to say 28 miles in or so.
Yep.
And you go through that little town for a second, you cross a road and then the train tracks. So the train was there, the ATV got stopped, and we had like a group of, I thought it was like 25, we had like 12 guys. And people were all looking at the trains. Then 2 guys almost got T-boned by a semi-trailer. And we were all like yelling because they were just looking at the train and not at the crossroad.
Oh my goodness.
And we all made it across, we all stopped. Everyone's like, what do we do here? The people were like, oh, well, we'll like hold the second group for the 2.5 minutes that you guys had. And then that didn't happen. Like we started racing, we looked back and they were like right behind.
Wow.
But it was like, usually in a race, at that time, like we stopped, we went pee, we looked around, and they're like, oh, what's happening here? And they're like, oh, there's not that many guys left.
Yeah.
And then from there, like into the second feed, there wasn't much going on. First feed, only feed?
Only one feed, could have used 2.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not much happened, but you could just, most of us, myself included, were just on death's door. Yeah. And
but because of the crosswind, and they were just, okay, should we address what guttering is? Because a lot of people...
I thought that was funny, though. I want people to just go Google it, because I don't think you can actually find a definition.
Of what? Well,
but you should, yes.
Okay, so what guttering is when you're riding road, gravel, whatever it is, and you're going in a straight line, and the wind is coming perpendicular to you, you normally, if it's a nice group, you form an echelon. So you have the person taking the most wind, rider 2, 3, 4, 5. But when the first rider doesn't want to give a free ride or give any like wind draft, then they'll move all the way to as far over to, here it's the right side of the road, and South Africa would be the left. And then they just ride as far over as they can. So then they force the second rider behind to basically almost have to take as much wind. And if there's a big if there's a big raw power discrepancy, there's a lot of damage that can be done that way. But it also creates really negative, like the person behind or the people behind are not going to be happy. So if you're going to do that,
you better go hard.
You better go hard, and then just know that you have pissed off everybody behind you.
Yeah.
So we had that. We had one lady in our race, one girl in our race continued to do that, and I just was laughing because it wasn't hard enough, and anyways.
But yeah, so to finish off, Sophia said guttering is putting someone in the gutter.
Yes.
All the way to the side of the road, even when there's no gutter. But yeah, it was like, there's definitely some crosswind, but like you said, not enough, but guys would go really hard, and it would just kind of like dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. I was just like, from the beginning, never like on a good day. You're like, I'm here, but I'm not gonna be here till the end of the race unless I get some luck.
What did you run for tires and chainring?
This is what I want to ask you, because I really think I messed up. I mean, you won on it. I literally, after the race, I asked Brad before I saw you. I was like, what does Sofia run for tires?
Yes.
I ran 50 millimeter.
Yes, the kind of the rush.
The Crusher, which is like similar to the Specialized Pathfinder. I don't think I ran enough PSI, and everyone on our podium was on 38 or 40s. Yeah. So Kobe won the sprint with a 38 Terra speed.
Dang. But you're also in,
So it was just one of those things, when you're pulling through, and like every time I'm like, God, I am like killing myself to get around the wheel.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't have good legs at all, but it was like, pre-riding, I was like, wow, it's so comfortable, it feels great. Yes. And then we got out there on the race course, and like the minute we started racing, I was like, oh, we're going really fast.
I think, because, so the majority of the time, I feel like you ride a course and it doesn't feel rough.
Yep.
But then you go and you race it and you're like, oh my God, that was way more rough. So like G and I was committed to the Pathfinder 50. I was like, I could just use the extra bit of cush because I also need to not get tossed around on my bike because I don't have that many watts compared to the majority of the girls I'm racing with. So I really need my power to transfer to move me forward, and I can't get ping-ponged around. So that's why I went for 50. G tried the 45s, and she's like, well, I feel really fast on the fast section, but then those rough sections are really rough. I do think that there's been enough people that were driving and riding the course that there was more lines that got formed that were not there when we were pre-riding.
There's very few times that I line up and I'm like, I don't know if I made the right choice here, but I lined up today and I looked around and I was like, I don't know. Like I ran like 21, 22.
Yeah.
And I should have run like all the things, which is like, that is only on the athlete.
You know where I felt that? You kind of hit the gravel for a bit and then you make a right-hander on the road, and like Hannah Shell had just tried to take a flyer and then we like caught her at the turn, and then somebody else goes and I go to sprint and I go and I was like, oh no. Normally Keegan's pushing me to run lower and lower pressure, and I think I maybe should have gone up a bit.
Yeah.
But then I was like, thank God there's not much more asphalt. And then as the day goes on, your tires are going to harden up because we got warm. But I was like, when you feel that like whoosh, whoosh, you're just like, oh, I really messed up here.
Yeah. So I guess, to finish out, it was probably like mile 38 to go. I was like, I could do this for the 8 to 10, but then I'll completely implode. So
Could you sit in? Or were you like taking
Ours
pulse?
I was like rolling through, but like when it was hard, it was like everything I had to stay on the wheel. And it was everybody. Like we went from 12 to 10 to 8. Like we did.
Okay, so you were in a select group. It's not like you were in a massive peloton. No. So give yourself some credit. Oh, you were there.
I was there, but it was, I was like, a group, like two guys went up the road and I was like, the right thing to do right now is just follow the next guy.
Yeah.
And I went and I was like, I'm good.
Oh,
and I was like, I literally chose the path, this solo path home. And I was like, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna settle in, I'm gonna ride like 300 watts, and I'm just gonna hang on for dear life.
Oh man.
And that was pretty hell. Brennan got dropped ahead of me.
Yeah.
And so he was a minute up the road the entire time.
Oh, that's the worst.
28 miles.
Yes, and he's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's like your page too.
Yeah. I got him into 20 seconds, then I was like, I can't close this. And then we went into the farm. I was like, saw 3 guys behind me, and I was like, I'm gonna stop. And I've never in my life stopped for a neutral aid. I like stopped, I filled the bottle, chugged it, stopped, filled the bottle, put it on my head, and then drank another one. And I was like, okay, I'm alive. Those 3 guys caught me. Then we caught Brennan. Julian Gagne, the ultra cyclist, was ripping.
Yeah.
Like ripping legs off on the way home with his little aero bars.
Okay, I saw somebody on aero bars and I was like, I would have thought aero bars would have been banned.
I think this is the only race they're not. This and Gravel Worlds, right?
No, Gravel Worlds banned it. Yeah. Yep.
Apparently they weren't, but he was ripping, and so we ended up catching Brennan, and then it was 3-up sprint for 7th.
Yeah.
And I was like, I launched early, and I was like, oh no.
It looks so close, yet it's so far away, and you just get excited once you feel that finish.
So it's just to conclude, super hard beginning, a select group of like 12 to 15, and then like from there it was like one guy.
Was there anybody with aero bars at the front of the group?
In that group of 12, Chase Warwick was there for a minute with aero bars, and then Julian Gagne came into the top 10 with aero bars.
Oh, with aero bars.
It.
Lame aero bars.
What was your day like? I watched the finish.
Our day was good. With G, we really wanted to be kind of conservative on the first 15, 20 miles. But there was actually a lot of almost attacking going on. And we were like, let's just be like 9th and 10th. Yeah. But then I found myself 3rd or 4th. I was like, I just can't be back there. I kind of get a little, scared. And the few times I've messed up in races because I'm too far back, and I just, Cecile and Paige kept kind of attacking, or like we would hit a corner and somebody would accelerate out of it. So there's a lot of things going on. And then our group just whittled down. I don't know if there was an accident at some point or what it was. I will say the scariest part was, so we had a buggy of a car, like the little side by side, and then we had a car, like a Jeep, Land Rover, something like that, following us. The amount of dust
He's insane. You couldn't see.
that they were kicking up, especially going into downhills. I was like, oh my God, like I was like, thank God I took my inhaler this morning, because I was not expecting to breathe that much dust. Like normally media cars are behind you, or you have motorcycles. So that was a bit of like, we would just be blind, and you're like, okay.
Did you go into that one downhill with all the like mud truck tires? Like early in the race?
They were ahead of us.
Okay. And that caused some big crashes in our race.
I bet it did.
It came out of nowhere, right? We were all riding fast, and all of a sudden it was just like...
Did you know it was there?
I had ridden it, but I like, in the race, and I was like, oh, pay attention.
Yeah, we rode it, and we're like, this is going to be a selective point, but neither of us looked at where we were on the map, and then we had the straight wrong, but we still hit it. Like, Cecile Lejeune went first, I went second, I think G might have been fourth.
Yeah.
And Cecile and I actually got a gap, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what happens here, you know? I was like, it's a long way to go with two, but like, let's push and see if we can start to break the group up even more. But yeah, I looked back, and I would see like Paige just riding the front to like get us back, and I was like, interesting, like, because I really thought we were going to have like a Trek Specialized women's battle type of like...
This is the first time it would have been a battle.
So I was like, I was like, this is interesting, and it was hard. It seemed like Cecile... Okay, I should also say this to anybody watching or listening or whatever. How I see the race and how you see the race is sometimes very unique. And it might not be the same race that like the person next to you was feeling. Like there's so many
100%.
times I've read somebody's recap and they were like, at mile 77 of Unbound, I thought it was my day. And I'm like, you were letting gaps open at the front. Like in my head that those two don't match, but like maybe they were playing a card there and they had me fooled or whatever it is. So please know that sometimes when we say this seemed or like this happened, it's literally just our perception of what goes on in our head that we see happening, and it may or may not be the real thing.
No, I only believe what happened in my head. I thought.
Yeah, well, in the women's, it's a little more touchy in the women's.
Yeah.
But you know, you never know. Maybe Paige and Cecile had a thing of like, we don't want to be alone with Sofia. Like that could be a thing, because in a sprint finish, I think I could beat them both. So like maybe it was a thing like, you know, don't leave me alone with this person, you know. Anyways, prefacing that for everybody, just understand that sometimes what we see is different than how other racers will perceive that moment in time. Anyways, Cecile and I kind of got away. We got ridden back.
This is still before the aid.
Yes, way before the aid. And then from there on, there was just like a bunch of people just trying to attack. And then they would attack, and then it would get closed. And then it would kind of go mellow for a little bit, and then it would attack. And then we'd get a rotation going for maybe 3 minutes, and then just like, you know, done. And I'm like, well, this is why sometimes people don't take gravel racing too serious. And then there was a point actually where Emily Newsome, G, and Lauren Stevens had a bit of a gap, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and see what happens. And then, or maybe it wasn't Emily, no, it was Cecile. So it was Cecile, not Emily Newsome. And then Emily Newsome kind of tried to go, she couldn't get anywhere. Then Cicely Decker went, and I was like, oh, that's a good wheel. Jumped on her, we connected, and we had a gap. But we were going into a headwind, and we didn't make that much. But like, we maybe were away for like 2 to 3 minutes at most. And then came back together, went through the feed zone. Somebody I felt like somebody attacked a little through the feed zone, but...
Gotta love it, my favorite thing.
Your favorite thing to do? I was like, oh, Alexey would love to see this. But it came together again, and then, yeah, strong headwind on what I thought was gonna be maybe the hardest straight, like 8 miles of straight, where the gravel is nice and then turns super chunky. You know, no attacks go, I'm kind of riding the front, and I'm like, okay, well, like at least let me control the pace, because I knew it was going to be really rough there, and I like to be in control of the pace sometimes. So I was like, well, I'm just going to take the wind here. And then we hit the river crossing, and the buggy, as we're approaching it, like kind of slows down, and then they speed up, and there's just dust everywhere.
You can't
and
see anything.
You can't see anything. There's a bunch of ruts that have formed, and it was Cecile Lejeune and I kind of going in, and she was on the right, I was on the left, but I was wanting the left to have a good line to get to the thing, and I told her, I was like, I'm cutting across, so like, I don't know what you're doing,
Go faster,
but like,
go slower.
No, get behind. And our plan with G was to go 1-2 into that, but I think she ended up being 4th. I have a great run through it, and I'm like, okay, let's do an effort through.
You took the embankment.
I took the embankment, yes, and I was like, let's just go and see. And I'm like, it's an hour out from the finish line, like, this will be a very ballsy move, but I have a gap, let's go. So I basically stayed away until you get into that grass field, and Paige was able to bridge to me, and the group was kind of right there. And then you're kind of turning, and then the flags pinpoint you left, and I start to turn left, and then the buggy is still going straight, and I have to like shoot off, hop over this like weird ditch thing, and then they turn, and then Paige is on the left side, she almost gets smoked, and then we were just like, oh my God. I'm like, this is nuts. The group comes back to us, and then we all just kind of ride it all together. I was expecting more attacks to go. I was actually surprised that everybody seemed pretty content to have it come down to a sprint.
Pretty big sprint.
9 people.
Yeah.
Yes, 9 people. And then, in the lead into the sprint, G and I had talked about like, okay, like I think I have the better sprint, so like you'll lead me out. But I was like, but we have to watch for Lauren Stevens, because she's just always
kick. Yeah.
No, but she's always just drifting back there, and then like she could easily, if the pace slows, she could easily roll us.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, she said she has a flat, and I was like, yeah, but she still has air and she's still here, so like, and turns out she did have a nail.
Yeah.
But she did still finish. I think on the results might have showed her 4th, but she I think crossed the line in 5th. So she still sprinted for it. So she's still there. But then there was a point where we get to a road crossing, and the group slows down because we see cars going both ways. And then as we start to go, then Decker comes and just rolls us. And we were all like, what the hell? Turns out she said her front wheel had come loose, so she had stopped to tighten it, and she chased us. And then like right when she caught us, it was just like, so she didn't, and she rolled, and she like waited, she wasn't gonna like, but I was like, you're gonna risk your life. Anyways, we get through town, through the last long straight. The Trek girls, like Cecile Lejeune, seemed like she was doing a lead out for Paige. And then they kind of take the turns, but then G and I come into the inside. And then G starts to lead it, and I was like, I feel like we're not going fast enough, so I'm gonna sprint. So then I sprint, and I was on this side, which was dumb of me because the wind was coming this way. So I kick this way, and I'm like, I'm doing so good. And then G jumped on my wheel, and I didn't realize that it was her who was behind me. And she was able to like get a nice little draft. And then she's like, and then we like got really close to the finish line, and she's like, I'm gonna sprint her. Like, we'll just see, like, she's like, we're gonna go 1-2. So I got her by like, I don't know, a wheel or so.
It was pretty awesome though.
It was pretty cool.
A little fist bump after.
It was so cool. Yeah. And then she's like, you deviated a little bit. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Like, you're going so hard. The wind is also blowing you one way. So like that doesn't help me. And you feel the presence of the people behind you.
And to be fair, sprinting, especially on the road, is like deviate as much as you can without getting penalized. Like sprinting is movement, right? If the peloton's moving, no one says anything. It's just if one rider moves, but I was, it's like, inherent. If you're sprinting someone, you're looking for it.
Yes. G was like, you went too early, my little child. And I was like, okay, like we'll have to practice actually like lead outs where she's leading me out, where I'm leading her out. And because we didn't actually practice that of exactly where you go. But it was so cool to go 1-2 with her.
Coming from the road, I have always missed this. Like, teams need to be in gravel. Like, the camaraderie, the enjoying it, celebrating it with someone is so special. And like, you can do that, right? You finish it with your significant other and you tell them about it, and like, there's a feeling, but like, making a plan and having it come together is so special.
And just having somebody out there, like you know, halfway through, I like checked in with her. I was like, hey, how are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm going through a bit of a lull. And I'm like, okay, well, it's good for me to know that, you know, if people are going, it's up to me to cover it here. And I was like, do you need caffeine? Like, what do you need? Let me know. But yeah, it's been, you know, we didn't really quite know how it was going to go with us, like working together. We had like one weird race in Nebraska and that we were both like, oh God, how is this going to work? But ever since, I mean, we had a phone call, everything was fine. And then ever since getting to actually hang out and know each other at the races, like we've just actually really clicked. And I think our ability to ride for each other and just work truly as a team, I think is what helped us win the race. Because she said, when you were off and the girls were chasing, like she was like, I was ready to get my popcorn out because everybody was getting upset that I wasn't pulling through and, you know, all of that stuff. So it's just nice to have a buddy out there and a fast buddy. Like,
someone looking after your back.
Yeah, like I say, like G is such a G of a teammate. Like she's just so awesome, and we're having a lot of fun. So
that's awesome. Anything you change? Bike setup, nutrition?
I would love 2 feed zones, just to not have to carry that big of bottles.
Did you grab Musette?
No, of course not. Come on. Although
1 feed zone, 2 bottles. You just grabbed them 1, 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then I had my
specialized off-road, multiple feeders. I just had Avery out there, camera, bottle, or Musette.
Yes, that's true. We did have 2, and I was like, could have used a 3rd because I would have loved to take like a jug of like water to like spray, cool myself, and just drink some water because I was getting thirsty, and which was nice. Once I got to the second feed zone, I was running bigger bottles, so my drink mix was a little more diluted, and then that like dry mouth taste started to go down. And sometimes just water just hits really nice as well. So, but yeah, if I could change things on this race, I would do 11 a.m. start. Still 100 pure miles. Add the single track that I thought was part of this race. I think
you're 3 years too late.
Yeah. Bobby, we need to have a conversation. If you want me to come back, we need some fun single track.
Such a mountain biker.
You
didn't like that farm section? Look at that double track.
No, but the thing is the course doesn't, unless there's mud.
Yeah, which I was really hoping for mud. I really wanted mud.
I know you did. That's what you said last
Chaos.
time. It's hard for it to be that selective of a course. And it's not as enjoyable to race, especially when you're athletes like us we can hold our own on the flats, but we just don't have that bigger mass and bigger power to just help us roll. Like we're at such a disadvantage. It's like, it's the equivalent of like Brennan Wart's like not enjoying Leadville. Like this is what a course like this is to us. So yeah.
I'd change my tires. I mean, that didn't hold me back today, but I would probably change it. And I probably didn't. Like I was thirsty.
Yeah.
Probably. I wish I had bought big bottles for the end.
Yeah, it would have been
I
nice.
bought small bottles from the feed.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have 2 feed zones for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to report I did not get a hug at the finish line.
She also won. We don't know if we made sure we said that. But
yeah, G and I went 1, 2.
Yeah.
So thank you, whoever told Bobby to not hug me. He gave me like a handshake, like when you go like this, you know. And I was like, yes, thank you very much. I hugged the shit out of my teammates, my staff, my friends, all of that. Yes, but I'm like stranger danger. But yeah.
Okay, so let's take this out with next race, Sea Otter.
Yep.
You go back to Tucson until then?
Yep, we have a little bit of a heat wave. We're going to hit triple digits next weekend.
It's good for your altitude adaptation, your red blood cells.
Exactly.
Sea Otter will be you and Ruth. It's exciting.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Any plans between now and then? Just go train?
Yeah, take some time off. Like I've been going a little too much. So I need to chill a little, and then we'll do a good rebuild into Leadville, Levi's Grand Fonda, hoping to have a better race there than I did last year. And then try to go back and defend my Traka 200. And then we're home for 3 weeks, and then I'm bound.
Yeah, comes quick. Home, and then Sea Otter. I'm very excited about the Sea Otter course after the last two events.
Did you see they added downhill single track?
No,
The course is out. I'm really excited. You know that?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The start is downhill single track, or the start still goes down that hill and then up?
No, the start's all the same, but then near the end, before you do the crazy climbs, there was a switchback downhill that we actually used to do it in the XC race.
I think
that you come off of a road, and then I was like, oh, I sent it to Keegan and Matt. I was like, look at this, boys. Look at this.
Less excited about that than Sophia.
Yeah.
But no, it'd be fun.
Yep. Thanks for everybody for watching. Again, like and subscribe. I've been following the counts. It works when you ask people to like and subscribe.
I'm always too tired to do that, but you can listen to Sophia.
Yes.
Thanks. As always, let us know if you have any questions, comments. We will answer them next time. And we're hoping to put out a couple episodes between now and Sea Otter.
Okay.
I'll have Keegan talk to you about that. But Keegan and I are planning on, I convinced your husband to do an episode, which is surprising.
Job.
I know.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
So maybe you and Ruth can jump on Riverside and do one too.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.